in Escalating, South Carolina. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. This is your main event of the P.E.W Championship. Introducing first, the challenger.
We've been speculating for the past hour or so.
About to get an answer.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll find out based on whatever is left here of Jason Joshua that's about to come out. From the very beginning, he has been an overwhelming fan favorite here in Phenomenal Elite Wrestling. Wrestler of the Year in 2022. He has been the Internet Champion and now pursuing the P.E.W World title. But it is a pursuit that may well cost him his professional future. Jason Joshua has said if he does not win here tonight, if he does not walk out of Legacy with the championship, he will never wrestle again.
And you can just show from the way he's making his way around the ring how much his connection with the people here means to him. But you have to wonder, let alone wrestle again, will he be able to walk again after this?
Now, one small ray of hope here. He doesn't seem to be noticeably limping on that left leg.
Certainly walking gingerly, Dave. I mean, that's not the Joshua we're used to.
Oh, I'm not remotely denying that there's undoubtedly some trouble there. In fact, he looked like he was struggling a little bit to get up on the ring apron, but I know he will have spent the last hour icing it. Our medical team will have done what they can do to numb the pain. Yeah, there is a
great deal of strapping taking place on that knee as well.
He's trying to shield us, I think, from the condition that left leg is in, but I don't know how long that's going to be a viable option.
And ladies and gentlemen, the champion.
Rarely, if ever, have I been so ashamed to call someone our world champion as I am with Riley Nova, particularly after what we saw of Nova earlier tonight. It was a new low, even by his standards, to pretend he was hurt, to gauge and gain the sympathy of the crowd here, and then to take it all back and assault Joshua. Joshua's not going to wait. Here we go. Joshua and Nova. The music hasn't even stopped.
I mean, Joshua's got to be furious.
Yeah, not only that, but you can understand from Joshua's point of view, there's an incentive to get this done quickly.
Absolutely. I mean, when you're walking into a match on one leg, as he kind of is there, you need to do everything you can to make sure you're evening the playing field, take it to the champion straight away.
Nova sent face first there into that metal girder.
You know, maybe he was feigning earlier on, claiming to be more injured than he was, but Riley Nova was telling some truths. He's been through some wars recently in this industry.
Yeah, Nova getting a real beat down here. happened, we don't really know. Nova came out here earlier and claimed that black eye caused a broken orbital bone. I'm assuming that was an exaggeration, but
it might not be after he's had his face clattered off that girder.
There is a black eye there, though, which I'm assuming is legitimate. So Nova's not necessarily at 100% himself. But I think he's in considerably better condition than Jason Joshua is after what Nova did to that left knee earlier tonight.
There's no doubt about that, Dave. I mean, this is a side of the champion that I haven't seen, and you know, I've been one of his champions. I've been very much in his corner. But even I have to say, I'm surprised by his actions here tonight.
Joshua was able to put the brakes on, turn the tables there, and send Riley Nova face first into that folded table.
I'm gonna get out of dodge here.
This one's spilling around the arena. It's right in front of us here at the commentary table. Nova, big shot there, big right hand to Jason Joshua.
And this match has yet to officially begin, Dave.
That might be all for the better for Jason Joshua, because that means there hasn't been a count applied by the referee.
Absolutely.
Obviously, if this were to be a double count out, Joshua wouldn't leave with the title, he'd have to retire.
Fight spilling into the crowd here in the Escalating Community Center.
Big right hand there from Nova. And some of these fans getting more of a close-up than I think they bargained for. Personal animus between these two spilling over here even before officially the opening bell. But look, you can understand again from Jason Joshua's point of view, he is in the fight of his life, of his professional career. It's the chance to win the biggest title of his career, and if he doesn't, it's the last night of that career.
Absolutely. I mean, he's had just the merest taste of World Championship glory. Let's not forget, he won the belt only to be cashed in on.
Where are they going?
They're heading to the backstage area. I mean, we might need to keep the camera going behind the scenes here.
This is Joshua bringing Nova back out here. Oh, there's some wrestlers hanging around in the backstage area.
I mean, you want to get a closer look at a match of this magnitude. Of course you'd want to be there, but I don't think they expected to find themselves in the match of that magnitude.
Nova.
Here we go.
Yeah, Nova's going to get rolled back into the ring here by Joshua, and Joshua, although slightly gingerly walking on that left leg, does seem to be in pretty good condition here. He has the upper hand against the champion. Well, maybe I spoke too soon.
That's a rare misstep in this early going. Joshua seemed to have fully the upper hand, was ready to, but took too long to get in the ring and is now allowing Nova to take full advantage of that. And finally, the belt's in the ring.
Yeah, now this match underway. The sun setting here in Warwickshire, but is the sun setting on Jason Joshua's career? Main event of Legacy 2024. Fans with their signs in support of Big Daddy Unicorn. Is it the last time we'll ever see him? Nova removing the knee brace there. Knee pad and jarring that knee even further. Psychotic look in the eyes of the world champion.
I mean, this is what happens. I mean, the championship seems to have changed Nova. He was always an incredible prospect. Someone who you had in your card as a future legend of this sport, but...
Nova was a member of the Entitled, which we said earlier, broke up in many ways, so certainly changed its outlook. Getting rid of Martin Kirby at Legacy last year. At that point, Nova was a tag team champion alongside Brady Phillips, another man who he's since betrayed.
He seemed to have this singular vision on that championship, and it's changed him. And I didn't really believe how much it had changed him until tonight.
And Nova has been an overachiever throughout his P.E.W career. Was the first person ever to simultaneously hold 2 titles when he was Internet champion and tag team champion at the same time.
Oh, this doesn't look good, Dave. I mean, he tried to whip Joshua into the other corner, but Joshua can barely stand.
Yeah, whose fault is that? Nova with boot resting on the head here. Listen to him. Nova talking trash to Jason Joshua. He's going to try and end it. He's going to try and end the career, and Joshua kicked out. That is just how close it can be. Joshua, he's been a second later kicking out.
Oh.
Never wrestled in a professional wrestling match again.
Absolutely wrenching the knee, folding up Joshua like a pretzel.
The knee of Riley Nova buried into the back. He'll try and get another pinfall there. Have a 2 count before Joshua kicked out, but Joshua, look at him clasping on to his left knee.
There's only so much you can do when your opponent is putting this level of hurt onto one portion of your body that requires, I mean, everything.
Well, look, you know, we've seen Jason Joshua in the past. He's gone through a tremendous amount of pain. We've seen him in street fights against the likes of Joey Scott. We've seen him compete in all kinds of brawls and seem like he's defeated, but I don't know. The career has never been on the line. The knee has never been this hurt.
No, I mean,
this will be the biggest mountain he's ever had to climb.
And he climbs mountains. He's valiant. I mean, look, here we go.
Here comes the inside cradle.
He's a smart wrestler. He'll do everything he can to use his opponent's momentum to make quick pinfalls like that, but not taking anything away from Jason Joshua. It's just the basic fact. If you can't get to a vertical base, how are you going to be able to try and take it to your opponent?
And Nova grabbing Joshua, throwing him unceremoniously to the outside.
There's a viciousness to Riley Nova.
Nova absolutely uncaring.
There is no padding on that floor, so you bounce that knee off it. If it's already twinged, it's going to be even more painful. And the ref's count has begun, and I think it might be academic from here.
I suppose if Riley Nova cares it, if Jason Joshua never walks again, as long as Nova walks out of here still the world champion.
Nothing comes between Nova and that championship. It's his singular focus. He's dropped friends, loved ones, everything. I mean, Joshua said it himself. He'd run over his own mother to get an opportunity at a belt.
Joshua able to get back into the ring before the referees count. Close to 10 there. Joshua, of course, if he were to lose by count out, that would be another reason his career would end. And he's pretty close to 10 there as well. So he's 2 or 3 occasions now where Joshua has been very, very close to defeat.
And I wonder whether or not, given this amount of pain, whether or not he would have allowed the defeat to happen if it wasn't his career on the line.
Jason Joshua is such a competitor. I don't think in any circumstances he's going to allow himself a defeat if he can possibly avoid it. But you're right, there's that extra incentive today. He hurt his knee there, though. That strike on Riley Nova. Nova going to get dragged up, picked up. Oh, Joshua can't hold him. Joshua can't hold him because of the knee. Nova hatched a plan earlier tonight. It is paying dividends now. Right hand. Come on, Jason! Nova testing the waters. Shoulder rolled up. Joshua having to really dig deep to find something extra here. If his career as a professional wrestler is going to proceed beyond tonight at Legacy.
There's a hush descending over the crowd here. I mean, it's kind of hard to watch, Dave. I'm not going to lie to you. The champion just dominant here.
Remember, we announced earlier tonight, next time we're with you, it's October 20th, Toil and Trouble. We'll find out momentarily here who is going to be the P.E.W World Champion headed into Toil and Trouble. And indeed, whether Jason Joshua will even be a part of the P.E.W roster.
The crowd desperately trying to will him to his feet. His connection with them is so unique, so powerful, but I don't know if it's enough for him in this moment.
Nova wrapping his legs around Jason Joshua.
Almost going for a sort of, oh no, wrenching back. Almost like a chicken wing variant here.
Like a dragon sleeper.
Yes.
A dragon sleeper with the body scissors. Applied here by Riley Nova. If Joshua loses consciousness, he loses his career. The arm goes down once.
This is going to be such a sorry end to a fantastic career, Dave.
It is fading away for Jason Joshua, but the arm stays up. There's life in Joshua yet.
Nova pulling out all the stops, showing us new additions to his arsenal, but it's still not enough to put Joshua away.
Joshua fighting to remain conscious, getting back to a vertical base here. A stunner to free himself.
Buying him a little bit of time.
The jaw of Riley Nova might be injured. That'll stop him talking, that'd be a shame. Uppercut from Jason Joshua. Joshua up to the second turnbuckle. Where is Joshua getting this energy from?
Oh!
It's a code breaker, but he got caught. He got caught by Nova.
And you've got to think that's a move that uses the knees.
Look what he's doing.
Yeah, this is smart. This is smart from Nova.
The figure four, a figure four leg lock. The pressure on that left knee, inhuman. How much do you want that career, Jason Joshua?
Joshua's barely got a knee left at this point.
Joshua's got Nova by the hair. And whatever he can here.
It doesn't have to be pretty, he just has to get out of it somehow.
Right hand from Joshua. The pain still, I'm sure, just searing through his legs and particularly into that left knee.
Look at Nova wrenching it.
Right hand from Joshua doing whatever he can to break this hold. Joshua finally frees himself. Did enough there. He did enough, but how much damage has been done? He was in that figure four leg lock for an extended period of time. Back to his feet now. And the boot to the face, buys himself a couple more seconds. Up to the second turnbuckle goes the challenger. That time he does get the code breaker.
But you've got to think a move like that is going to do as much damage to you as it is to your opponent, clattering off that injured knee.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dan, because look, Joshua not able to take advantage. If he could crawl over and drape an arm over Nova, he might be the world champion.
You've got to believe that he would at least have a shot at it, but in this moment, it can barely get up. Maybe if he can drape an arm over, but with every passing second, Nova's got a chance to recover.
He's got to do something pretty soon, because referee's up to a count of 6. If this is a double count out, Joshua will be gone.
It's victory or nothing for Joshua.
Both men are stirring. We're up to a count of 8. And they've made contact. The count will be broken. We'll keep going here.
What a marathon we're seeing from these two men.
Particularly from Joshua, given that he's essentially come out here on one leg because of Riley Nova, who drives his face into the mat.
I mean, look, I've criticized him as much as anybody, but I have to give the utmost respect to Joshua, the tenacity he's showing to stay in this match, given everything that Nova has put him through so far tonight.
And Joshua on all fours here, trying to once more get back up every time he's knocked down.
A hard elbow. But can't stay on his feet.
He's still needing the support of the ropes. Gets that knee into the jaw.
The good knee.
Remember that jaw of Nova was already damaged earlier in the match. Nova brought down hard on the back of his head here. There's a senton from the second turnbuckle.
But again, the pain that Joshua's in, he can't take advantage. Any other day, that might have been what put him away.
Even from we're a good few meters away, I can see the bruising on that left knee. He's just put the pad over the knee.
It's not pleasant, Dave.
I guess if you're Jason Joshua, you've got to look at it this way. The pain of that knee is temporary. Retirement is forever.
Absolutely. He's got so much more to offer. That's how much this championship means to him. This revenge on the man who took it from him before he really had a chance to even raise it. Can he get him up?
Trying. It's a big ask. That left leg is holding. It's holding for Jason Joshua.
Just about.
Oh, Nova, look at Nova with his hand trying to do more damage. Joshua able to drop him. But again, like earlier, Joshua not able to capitalize.
That's 2 or 3 times now that Joshua has hit what could be a match-ending move but hasn't got the strength to be able to make the cover.
They are both flat out here. Riley Nova Jason Joshua, title versus career in the main event of Legacy.
And Nova just rolling out of the way as Joshua was able to get that arm over. It's going to be so frustrating. That's just the mental anguish as well as the physical pain that Joshua's got to push through.
Joshua, he's looking up. You can see the cogs turning there in the brain of Jason Joshua. He's decided, I think, if I saw where those eyes were looking, I think he's headed up top here.
I mean, I see high risk, high reward. I love to see this kind of wrestling, but I don't love to see it at the expense of someone's career. He's got to really think about this. It might not even be the match that ends his career. It might be this injury.
Maybe you have to risk it all to save it all. That's the logic, I think, for Jason Joshua here. Joshua's up top and Riley Nova rolling under the opposite turnbuckle to keep himself safe from whatever aerial attack Jason Joshua was planning there.
Inadvertently kept Joshua safe as well. That's championship instinct from Nova. You know, because this mindset change that we've seen. Hang on.
Nova's got him. Nova's got him. They're in the ropes here. Nova frustrated at the referee, but he was completely correct. There's an Olympic slam.
Beautifully executed.
Jason Joshua with the Olympic slam. Again, I hate to harp on this. You've got to be able to double down on these moves.
But it's not even just that. It's Nova rolling to a point in the ring where he can't be pinned.
Yeah. We might not like Riley Nova, but you've got to say there are some ring smarts on this young man.
Absolutely. It's that mindset change. It's not just taking him to a more aggressive Riley Nova. It's a smarter, more cerebral Riley Nova. And that's kind of an evidence of it there, bouncing Joshua's head off the bottom turnbuckle.
Look how he lured him in.
Yeah, exactly.
May have knocked him out. He might be unconscious, you know. Nova trying to line
Certainly
him up.
doesn't know where he is.
Riley Nova trying to put Jason Joshua's career to bed. The super kick. Nova with the super kick.
Thank you, Jason Joshua.
Joshua, yes! The kick out from Joshua. Man, thank God for that. I thought that was it. I thought that was it for Jason Joshua.
We've seen that super kick put people away before, Dave.
And Riley Nova reflecting on the fact that it hasn't put away Jason Joshua here. Nova almost tearing his hair out with frustration. Nova screaming at Joshua, just give up. And the support from the P.E.W fans here for Jason Joshua actually quite moving. What a relationship Joshua has had with these fans, but Nova continuing to do more and more damage to that left knee.
That's the thing I take away for every single time I come to Phenomenal Elite Wrestling is what these people feel for Jason Joshua. It's a really unique connection. I know normally it's enough to take him through, but
going for another one.
This is it. It might not be enough tonight.
One. Riley Nova is tuning up the band for a second super kick. No, Joshua caught him and Joshua hits a kick of his own. Couldn't lift the leg all the way, but he got enough of it to buy himself another couple of seconds here. Short arm clothesline. Joshua lands on top of Nova, and Joshua, no!
That could have been it, Dave.
And the butterflies that just went through my stomach there, and I'm sure most of the fans, I thought Joshua had just won the world title.
Absolutely. I mean, that was the difference maker there, was he was able to use his body weight to follow through on the move and crash down into a pinning combination.
God, this is tense. How tense is this?
They've been going for a good long while here, Dave. I mean, don't forget, the official match time is going to be not telling the full story because of the battering they gave each other outside of the ring before it even began. On the road to this match, Jason Joshua fought a hellacious contest against Alton Thorne and showed us what he was made of.
Wait, look at this now. We saw Riley Nova lining up for a super kick. Are we seeing Jason Joshua line up for the curb stomp?
This could be it.
Nearly went into the referee. But that was a right hand. Was that aiming for Joshua or was that aiming for the ref?
I feel like that can't possibly have been aiming for the referee.
That's a low blow.
Even Nova is not that kind of wrestler.
There's a low, wait, the wrestler just hit a low blow as soon as he had the opportunity. How can you still even partially defend him?
He was going straight after Joshua, who was there in the corner. This is collateral damage. It happens in pro wrestling.
What is Nova doing
He's
now?
getting him out of the ring now.
Why? Yeah, okay, excuse that one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm doing my best here to believe in the integrity of our champion, but I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know what's happened to Riley Nova.
The integrity of our champion. That ship sailed about 2 hours ago, if not months ago. And look, wait, here comes the Prestige. P.E.W's owner, the Prestige, is out here.
Oh, not like this, Dave.
What is he doing, Prestige?
The Prestige has...
Prestige! A cutter on Joshua! What is this?
Is he going to count the move himself? He's going to count the pin?
He's an official. The kick out. Why did the Prestige hit the cutter on Joshua?
The Prestige has made no bones about the fact that his allegiance is with his Riley Nova. He sees Riley Nova as the future of P.E.W, but...
I know, I understand that, but Jason Joshua's career is on the line. Have some kind of compassion for another human being.
I think compassion and respect went out of the window along with the integrity. I cannot believe this, but Joshua were able to kick out twice.
And now the Prestige is holding Joshua in place for what must be, surely, the decisive super kick.
Oh!
Prestige! Prestige at the super kick!
Joshua were able to duck out of the way.
I hope he tastes that super kick for a very long time.
There are teeth littering the corner of the room here. Meanwhile, Joshua back to his feet.
Yeah, but there's no referee. There isn't a referee. Joshua taken down. Nova.
He's down.
Looking for the submission here.
He's got it locked in.
Nova's tapping out, but there's no official.
And wait a second.
That's 40. 40. 40 coming to the assistance of Riley Nova. Part of the cause.
Deep pockets on Riley Nova, apparently.
Spine buster from 40.
Nova telling him to get out of the way. Yeah. Or is he? No, I see. He's reaching for the belt. All right.
In the championship.
I have defended. I mean,
we only have one referee here tonight.
I have defended this man time and time again, but this is an outrage.
Nova grabbing that championship belt.
Come on, Riley Nova, not like this.
40 holding Joshua in place, and this time there was no escape.
Wait.
That's Joey Scott. Joey Scott, a long-time rival of Jason Joshua, but also a man who respects him a lot. Wow, Joey Scott coming to the aid of Riley Nova.
Whoa!
Scott takes out 40.
I mean, that's what happens. People travel the roads up and down fighting each other in this industry.
Here's Hood, H. Hood. Man, this is total carnage. Hood took out Scott. It looks to me like Riley Nova has hired the assistance of the...
Meanwhile...
Oh, look who's here now. Martin Kirby. Kirby with the enziguri to Hood. And Kirby 1 year on.
Good.
1 year on after Riley Nova betrayed him, kicked him out of the entitled. Kirby face to face with the P.E.W World Champion.
Riley begging him off, but Kirby's got to be feeling so much anger, fury.
Ivy as well.
Wait a
Ivy,
second.
another member of the entitled, another one of those who stabbed Kirby in the back.
Yeah, but look at what she's got in her hand. It's not just Ivy, it's Ivy carrying a bat.
What kind of mood is Ivy in? She lost the women's title earlier. Man, this is like deja vu to a year ago, seeing Nova and Ivy 2-on-1 here against Kirby. Shot from Nova to Kirby.
Vicious right hand.
We're still in the middle of a world title match here.
The referee hasn't moved. I keep trying to check on him. He's down.
Yeah, you're trying really hard to check on him.
Oh, I'm looking.
Nova has Kirby in that camel clutch.
Ivy screaming in the face of Joshua and Kirby. Wait a second!
Ivy hit Nova! Ivy hit Nova!
Was that, did she mean to do that?
Oh, she meant to do it. Where did that come from? Look at this.
Now Kirby.
Referee thrown back into the ring.
This could be it. Joshua is up. Joshua is up.
Joshua. Nova in the middle of the ring. Nowhere to go.
Listen to this crowd.
The Jason Joshua, Nova folded up.
Come on, Joshua!
Jason Joshua is the champion of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Of all the people to come to the aid of Jason Joshua, Joey Scott, and then Ivy as well, Martin Kirby involved as well. Goodness me, an unforgettable series of events resulting in Jason Joshua's career not only continuing, but continuing as the world champion of phenomenal elite wrestling.
When we arrived here tonight, Dave, of all the things I had in mind as the final picture of this show, this was not it. Joshua with that championship draped over his shoulder. Ivy kissing goodbye to the defeated Riley Nova. But I'm happy to see it.
It is party time in Ettington. There are fans on their feet. They are celebrating the ascension to the top of the mountain for Big Daddy Unicorn, a rise that we never thought he would make.
The prestige licking his wounds leaves.
How have Ivy and Kirby reconciled? God, there's so many questions here.
I have absolutely no idea. There are so many questions left open, but the one that is not is what happens next for Jason Joshua.
That's a question for another day. Tonight, it is celebration time. Jason Joshua with a fairy tale end to Legacy. A night where it looked time and again that his career was over. But from the darkness comes light for the new P.E.W World Champion. Jason Joshua is the man as we say goodnight from P.E.W Legacy.
we don't need a speech. We're never